Hello, AIESEC UK. My name is Abhishek Rao, and I belong to the country of India, the land of culture. So I come from a city called Pune, which is very close to Mumbai, which is the economic hub of India. And I've been staying in Pune since the last 15 years. So I've been brought up here in this particular city, even though I belong to the southern part of India. So I've done my schooling, my high school, and my graduation also I'm pursuing currently from this city itself. And I'm currently doing my business administration in marketing. So after I came into my first year of business administration, I thought, I should explore something different. I should learn something new. This is when I came across AIESEC, and I was recruited into AIESEC in the month of January 2015, and I was recruited into incoming global talent. And After staying in the department for about a good 2 months and learning how the processes work and how exchanges happen and everything, I decided to apply for the position of team leader, and I successfully got onto the position of team leader for incoming global talent, and I continued being the team leader for the next 3 quarters for a duration of entire 9 months. So while being a team leader itself, I decided to take up more leadership roles to help gain more knowledge and experience and understand the organization better. So in the meanwhile, a brilliant opportunity came across to me, which was the June National Conference Organizing Committee. So I applied for it, and I got on as the organizing committee vice president for logistics for a conference of almost 650 delegates. So Pune was hosting that particular conference, and it was one of the most brilliant experiences of my life. I had immense amount of learning. I had immense amount of exposure in terms of how to handle a conference, what goes into making a conference happen, the agenda, the logistics, and everything. And I can truly say it was one of the best experiences I've had till date in AIESEC. Post which I also applied for this position for organizing committee in a corporate summit which happens every year in Pune, which is also done and powered by AIESEC in Pune. So it was called Nexus, and I applied for it, and we successfully managed to do it, pull off the event with a very reasonable turnout. And after which I decided to apply for the position of local committee vice president, because I thought that's the next natural step which I should take. So I applied for the position of local committee vice president for incoming global talent, and I got selected as the LCVP of IGT. Simultaneously, I was also given the responsibility of handling business development for the LC of Pune. And while I was doing my LC term and successfully guiding my team towards a growth path, I decided to take up more challenging roles. So in the meanwhile, I applied for NST, the National Support Team of UK. I also applied for the National Support Team of India. Simultaneously, I was also selected as the facilitator for the Southwest Regional Youth Leadership Conference. So I can say my LCVP term as local committee vice president for incoming global talent has been pretty eventful and pretty enriching experience. So I also managed to do a corporate summit yet again as the president this time, and I'm now successfully ending my LCVP term with 65% growth and a brilliant pipeline. Four of my team leaders have actually gone on to become VPs themselves. So looking back, I'm pretty happy with what I've managed to do till now. And right now, I think it's time for me to next take the next big and bold step. And when I initially applied for NST UK, I was always fascinated by the country. I also told the concerned NCVPs that this is why I'm applying for. I've always found the entity very fascinating in terms of potential, in terms of how much growth it can have, in terms of how the entity ecosystem is and everything. And also a small selfish reason was I'm a huge fan of football, and UK football. British football is one of the most exciting games in right, which I follow very closely. So that was also one of the reasons, but that was one of the small reasons. But apart from that, UK as an entity, like I said, has always fascinated me a lot. Now, coming to why I want to apply for the member committee vice president position is because during my NST term, I was exposed to a lot of different things, specifically being your national partners, being the national clients, and the board of advisors and everything, which is a very powerful board and client list, to be honest. And having exposure to such kind of people, such kind of companies, working closely with them, managing them will itself be a very powerful experience, I believe. And also at the same time, I confidently can say that I can contribute towards the growth of ISEC UK by bringing my best case practices from ISEC in India, which is itself one of the biggest entities in the world. A couple of things which I would love to do if I got selected as the MCVP of UK is specifically when it comes to events and conferences. I would like to bring in external partners to monetize these particular things. so that extra revenue can be generated for the same. Similarly, corporate summits, YSF, Youth Speak forums can also be monetized, and fundraising can happen through these events. This is something which has been successfully tried and tested in the local committee as well of Pune, and as well as AIESEC in India. And gradually also shift the focus from MC operations to LC operations, which will also help MC focus more on strategic and organizational development than doing operations themselves. And this is something which will gradually happen by almost 2020. But the shift has to happen now, otherwise the MC will get stuck in doing only operations and will not be able to focus much on LC coaching, LC growth, and shifting the operations and everything. And uh, finally, I would like to say that I strongly believe that what I've had in my experience as a local committee vice president in Pune in AIESEC in India is something which I can replicate and bring success to, and drive forward the growth of AIESEC UK. And the qualities and the perseverance and the willpower which I have to come there and successfully do my term is immense. And like my this thing, my theme also suggests that explore, dream, and discover. That I can truly say that I am ready to explore UK. I'm ready to dream about AIESEC UK, and I'm also ready to discover the true potential of AIESEC UK. Thank you.